your best. When we hear bedtime routine, many of us think about kids because you think, okay, yeah, babies need to go to sleep and they need to have a routine. But it's just as important for adults, aka big kids, to have a bedtime routine, because the lack of sleep, it decreases memory, it causes stress. So your just day-to-day quality of life is not as good when you don't get as much sleep. Adults tend to put less priority on sleep. There's a million things we must do. First, sleep seems to fall by the wayside. Almost half of Americans say they rarely, if ever, get a good night's sleep. At night, I couldn't sleep, yet in the morning I couldn't wake up. Many of us feel this a lot. I've had insomnia for the last 5 years, and I've tried everything to get sleep because it affects everything. You kind of feel like you're just losing it because you don't remember anything. You're always tired. You're tired all day, but you can't ever go to sleep at night. So it's just it's a frustrating cycle. And there's a million things that people tell you to do. You know, meditate. I've had like 50 people give me the sleepy time tea that I just think is hilarious because I'm like, yeah, I've tried it, but thank you for this, you know, delicious like herb tea. It's not gonna help, but there are a million different things. So I'm gonna tell you guys how to develop a bedtime routine that works for you, and it'll help you with school, which you're spending a ton of time and money in. It'll help you with your job, and it'll just help you with your life and your family and being more happy. So the first step to becoming or having a successful bedtime routine is set a bedtime and stick to it, and also a wake up time, because when you wake up, somebody had a speech on this too. When you have to wake up at the same time every day, because if you don't wake up at the same time every day, then you're not going to be as tired at night. So you're going to be messing up your bedtime routine. So I've been trying to get up at 4:30 on the weekdays, and I've been trying to get up at 6 even on the weekends to just kind of keep the bedtime routine in place. The second is make a daily checklist. And how many of you have sat in bed and been thinking about the million things that you needed to do? So when you're sitting there in bed, before you even go to sleep, sitting down and just writing a quick checklist of like the main things you're thinking about. So you've already got them written down, and you can just kind of de-stress a little bit. And then the third is put down the phone. Studies show that the artificial light that comes from our cell phones can suppress the release of melatonin, which is our sleep hormone. Mariana Figuera, who is the program director at the Lighting Research Center, has suggested switching to a white text on a black screen at night to minimize the light dose. I have to watch TV to fall asleep, so there's no way that I'm not gonna watch TV. It'll never happen. So I don't really follow this one, but just being on your phone and being, you know, like looking on Facebook, you can see something that you don't like, and then it'll, you know, stress you out or whatever. So just, you know, kind of not doing that as much as you can. I know pretty much everybody does. So, the fourth is do something quiet to reflect on the day. I write in a gratitude journal every night, and that kind of just puts you in a happy place as opposed to thinking about like everything that went wrong. You think about, oh, hey, you know, this went right, this happened, and you just, you know, it puts you in a more positive, happy and tranquil, relaxed state. And then the fifth is read if you want, but not on your tablet, of course. So just read an old-fashioned book. I don't know, I'm guessing some of you may not read books, but they're awesome, and you can go to the library and get them, and they're great. So that will help, and that will help with artificial light. And then the last one is sleep. Just relax and go to sleep. Don't think about falling asleep. Once you've meditated and kind of have just, you know, put yourself in this state, then stay there and don't get up and don't, you know, start getting stressed out again. So I hope that I've been able to convince you, or at least cause you to think about whether a bedtime routine will help you. Some people are very disciplined, but for the procrastinators among us, I hope I explained how to be a successful sleeper. Thank you.